Understanding the layout. So when you first open up Premiere Pro, you can either open a project, as I said, they will be listed here, but only a certain number of them. Or you can start a new project. As soon as they're all together, let's start a new project. With Premiere Pro and a lot of the Adobe suite, when you first start a project, it wants you to set where you want that project to be saved. This is for two reasons. One, so you don't accidentally close down a project and you're not able to find it again because it's saved somewhere randomly. And secondly, it can sort out where your autosave files are. The worst thing in Premiere Pro and all of the Adobe suite, but Premiere Pro for me and maybe After Effects, is you'll be spending 10-15 minutes on a project and then maybe you save it, you go and get a coffee. You then do another 2 hours work. And if you've not saved it and there's not autosave enabled on the program, if it then crashes, you lose everything. And that can be so debilitating. So, it gets you. It will happen to you. Hopefully not, but there's every chance it will happen to you and it really hurts. So what we do is we set the save file right at the beginning and then we make sure that it runs autosave. I have it set for I think either 6 or 7 minutes. We'll have a look when we're setting this up. And it gets in the way sometimes, but it's just really reassuring knowing that it's just auto-saving. So from that moment on, you're okay. Okay, so here we go. We've got a location. If you need to set your location, hit browse and you can set your location where we're saving it. I have it on a second hard drive on my computer and I'm saving it in the temporary folder under Premiere Pro. So if I select folder there, we're then given the name and untitled. So we're going to name this our project. Now at this point you need to make sure that you've downloaded all the footage that I've supplied with this course. There are some things that I can't send you, which I can show you where to get, but we'll cover that when we get to it. So there's a lot of tabs along here. We just need to make sure of a couple of things. If you have a graphics card built into your PC or your Mac, you need to make sure that it is selected. I have quite a powerful GPU in here, so I've got that selected. So a lot of the heavy work is done by the GPU when it can. If not, it will use the processor. Your mileage may vary depending on what PC or Mac specification you have. Other than that, we can leave the rest of this just untouched. Under scratch disks are a number of different temporary files which will be made in the background as you go through your project. It's fine, and the default is to save it as right next to where you're saving your project. However, it is best practice if you want to go to a second hard drive. I have it in my cache and I've saved it into Premiere Scratch files. This isn't absolutely needed. However, this can help if your computer is running a little bit slow and you need to offload some of that work. Under ingest settings, we're leaving that, we're not touching that. We will be working with proxies, but we're not ingesting the footage. Ingesting is simply a way of importing the footage in a certain way, which certain design houses and editing houses use. We're not going to be using that in this course. We're going to be deep dived enough. We're not going to cover things that really aren't pertinent to you. And when I say I haven't used it, I really mean that. And as I said before, earlier in this course, I've been using Premiere Pro for over 10 years. I use it professionally. I run a media production company and I've never used ingest settings. So once all that's fine, we've got our project named, we've got our location where we're saving it set, we hit OK.